We have a saying in science that extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof. So I am now going to make a wild, way out, extraordinary claim. The world is round. So, the process of testing claims, the world is flat, the world is round, is what we call science.
And you can go out and test this stuff for yourself, which is the beauty of FE. And now this is what we see when we look out at what is referred to as the horizon. This is just a time lapse throughout a day. We see the horizons constantly moving. Now we know that this is not an actual position that we're seeing, right? This can't be the leading edge of a sphere physically blocking things in the distance. The Earth is not shrinking and expanding throughout the day. The horizon is just an apparent location. This proves it, as does any observation. The way this started was people started making observations and they realized it wasn't adding up. It wasn't matching the predictions of the globe. And what we were told was,
it's not okay to say that the Earth is flat. It's not okay.
Flat Earth is so stupid. It's been disproven thousands of years ago, and it was disproven because a couple people stuck sticks in the ground and people just looked out and saw boats disappear.
The farther away a boat is, the more the bottom of the boat will disappear, and you'll basically just see the mast of the boat.
See, the bottom of the ship is gone. Now we can see midway up, and then the whole thing disappears.
Beyond your horizon.
And that's because the boat is actually going over the horizon that's
curved.
That
wouldn't happen if the Earth were flat.
Well, what did we do? We went out and we looked at the boats. Sure enough, they disappeared. Then we pulled out our binoculars, we could see the boat again. And then it would disappear. Then we could pull out P900 or P1000 and see the boat again. What does that prove? It proves that if you were to make the erroneous assumption that when it initially disappeared to the naked eye, it was due to curvature of the Earth, you would be patently wrong, right? Objectively incorrect. Isn't the case. Whether you think it's the case, want to believe it's the case, you heard it was the case, it's just provably not the case. Everyone can go and check it. Important to remember what the first claim was. Okay, you can go out and see the curve of the Earth. We were then shown pictures over the ocean, right? And we were like, they were saying that's the curve of the Earth. Look how the bottom of the buildings are missing. Look how the boat goes. We're looking at the curve of the Earth, the actual position of the curve of the Earth. Horizon is the curve of the Earth. Okay, so that's what we were told. And I want you to pay attention to how this conversation has progressed and just use a little bit of wisdom, pattern recognition, and discernment to realize that when someone is telling the truth, they are going to stay consistent. They're going to remain consistent. Someone that is representing something untrue will have to constantly shuck and jive and update and change the position. When something is cemented in, supposedly verified for thousands of years, this should never be the case.
I have a memory. I'm not a broken sheep. I'm not a goldfish. They told me that the boat goes over the curve, and that's why you can only see the mast and all that. They gave me one lie, and then I said, well, I can see it now. I can zoom it in. Oh, the light bends. So it never was the curve then. When I was a kid, you never said the fucking light bent. You said that was the curve. Well, now, so in the 1990s, you didn't know? So show me where you guys learned that it wasn't a curve, that it's actually because the light bends.
Position updated to, you never see the actual curve of the Earth because there's an atmosphere on the Earth. There's never a time you can look at over the Earth and there be no atmosphere, so of course it's always the apparent position and it moves around. Well, that's not what you first told us. You first told us, stupid flurf, you can go out and just prove the Earth's a ball by looking at the horizon. That's the curve of the Earth, and it blocks things in the distance because it's a physical, tangible, geometric location. Okay, so that has changed. The stupid flat earthers have made the entire interpretation and understanding of the globe Earth evolve and change. And that's just a fact, right? Regardless of what you think of the Earth, what I just said is a fact and speaks volumes.
And not everybody can be a robot polisher.
Now, if you have a claim that can't be tested, that's what we call pseudoscience. The difference between pseudoscience and regular science is whether or not you can test it.